Hi there, welcome to my channel. Every time that I've walked through the video game section at Target, I've always spotted this PlayStation collector's box. And long story short, the fiance, who knows how big of a PlayStation fanboy that I am, surprised me the other day and picked it up for me during her last Target run. So thank you so much to the amazing Sugarberry Smash, follow her on Twitch, shameless plug, for making this little video possible. First off, I know that there are a bunch of different versions of this box. For example, GameStop has one for about $40 and it features a beanie and a controller stand along with a few other items. And I remember a few years ago I actually spotted one at Walmart and the box looked like an old school PlayStation 1 with socks and a notebook and other random things inside of it. But this specific box, the one right in front of us right now, it's from Target and it goes for $29.99, and the main item that's featured is a gaming headset and controller wall mount. So obviously we've been looking at the box for a little while now and it clearly says what's inside, so it's not truly a mystery box. But let's open this up and take a closer look at everything. And wow, it actually says official licensed product by PlayStation. So that's nice to know that it's licensed. Anyway, presentation wise, the box feels very PlayStation centric with that blue color that pretty much identifies the PlayStation brand. Other than that, it's pretty simple, doesn't stand out too much, but let's open it up and get a better look at what's inside. Ta-da! Here it is. Everything is laid out, and of course the first thing I want to grab is the hat because it just sticks out the most, and I can already see it. The color theme for this entire box is definitely going to be PlayStation blue and black, and there might be some gunmetal gray in there as well too. But the hat itself is a pretty cool design, and at first glance it looks like a dad hat, but when I flip it to the back, it's a snapback, so it's a dad back. Ew. Oh, that sounds kind of gross. Maybe a snap dad, like, ah, snap dad. So sorry, I never break during recording, but that one just got me. Moving on though, the hat is made out of cotton, so it'll most likely be prone to sweat stains, so I'll test that out during my next stream since I always get so hot when my studio lights are on, and if I do a really long stream, I'll end up sweating at some point, which is gross, but it's life. I'm human, it happens. Anyway, like with most snapbacks, my big ol' head has to one snap it, so if you are a fellow big head, it fits like usual snapbacks. Moving on to the next item, these are some decals for any electronic device, and I already have an idea where this is going. I might put this on my PlayStation 5. If I can do this properly, it's gonna look really clean, so I hope it can line up nicely. And I'll definitely post a picture of it on my YouTube channel's community tab and on my Instagram account, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. But if it looks ugly in any way, I'll post it as well, so y'all can just roast me and tell me how ugly it is. Moving on to the next item, these are some enamel pins. There's two of them. One's obviously the PlayStation logo and the other is a DualShock 4 controller. And I mentioned earlier a gunmetal gray. I think these are more gunmetal than black. So if you're into that color scheme, this is for you. I'm not a big pin person, but I do have a giant collection, so I should probably put those somewhere. Maybe I'll just stuff them on my Snapdad hat. Oh, Snapdad. Okay, I'm done with that Snapdad stuff. But if I was on Twitch, I'd say clip that so I can remember that forever, and then maybe I can make some merch out of that Snapdad. Anyway, these all say that they're licensed by PlayStation. I think they want us to know that all these items are licensed by PlayStation. Even these coasters are licensed by PlayStation. Even the caddy box on the back says it's licensed by PlayStation. Everything is just licensed by PlayStation. We get the point. So here's the coaster itself, and surprisingly, well, that's cool, there's a little non-slip pad on the back. It's actually made out of metal, like a really thin metal. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting some cheap cardboard like the usual coasters that come in these sort of collector's boxes. So it's a nice touch that it's metal, and I'm not sure if that's a manufacturer's defect right there. So if you have the same little box, let me know in the comments below if you have those same streaks in that same area so we can verify that. But the back does have a layer of foam padding, so ideally this should help with preventing the coaster from sliding around easily on a smooth surface. I'll try it out on my wood table right now. And keep in mind that this video is sped up a bit, but with this initial test, it takes a bit of force to move it, so hopefully this keeps your table safe and helps your drinks from sliding around. Moving on to the next item, we have a set of chip clips, and I guess PlayStation is assuming that every gamer is gonna have a bag of chips right next to them? I usually don't, but I have the perfect use for these things. Besides using them for chips, of course, I have a lot of wires and I'm gonna use these for cable management. I really like the design. The typical X, circle, triangle, square looks so great on these chip clips, and they actually clip on pretty tightly. And I think it's habitual for most people to clip this onto their hand. It's like when Sugarberry Smash leaves her hair clips around, and the first thing that I do is clip it onto my hand like it's stuck inside of a trap or something. Is that just me? I'm pretty sure there's other people out there who do that too, right? So the second one I thought was just a blank clip. There's actually a controller symbol on it, but my lighting isn't helping you all see that right now, but it looks really clean. I like it. DualShock 4s. Too bad they're not dual senses, but most people have DualShock 4s still. And last but not least, the featured item. This is a wall mount caddy for a headset and a controller, or I guess if you want to leave it on a table or somewhere flat, it looks like it could hold 2 controllers. But the packaging does look really nice. There's a bunch of symbols and Culturefly's logo everywhere, and on the front it says it's officially licensed by PlayStation. Surprise, surprise. But here's everything on the inside. Comes nicely bubble wrapped, and holding it, it's actually made out of wood. I thought this was plastic based off the pictures, so that's awesome to know that there's actually something in here that's plastic, metal, and wood. So there isn't really a linear thing for the material that they used, but there's the back wall mount screws, and here are the screws for mounting it on your wall. There's also a pretty good weight to this caddy, so it doesn't feel cheap at all. I tried using 2 headsets on it, but unfortunately if you're going to use a headset, it's only going to go on the bottom portion, and you could put a controller on top. And I didn't try out if you could put 2 controllers on it, but I'm fairly confident if you left that on a flat surface, you could put 2 controllers on it, and it actually fits the DualSense controller as well too. So it fits both the DualShock 4 and the brand new PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. So that's the main item inside of this PlayStation collector's box from Target, and here's everything laid out on my table. So the final question that I have is, does this warrant a $30 price tag? I say yes if you're a huge PlayStation fan like myself, but I think a more comfortable price for all of these items would be $24.99. Give us $5. Give us the benefit of the doubt, Culturefly and PlayStation. Make it seem like it's more of a value. But if you're a huge fan like me, $29.99 doesn't seem too bad, and I like everything inside of this box. With that, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to check out these others. They may interest you in some way. If you really enjoyed hanging out with me today, please consider subscribing to be the first to know when I upload something new. I'll see you all soon. Please stay safe out there. Bye.